Well, Bowser Jr.'s Playtime 4. Wait, there's already a fourth one? Well, whatever. Logan hasn't made one since December, but Logan also hasn't made a Mario and Luigi's Stupid and Dumb Adventures episode in how long again, Oh yeah, a bit under 2 years. Well, whatever, that doesn't matter. With the Playtime series, my opinions on it have ranged from it's decent enough to it's bad, and just about everywhere in between. So how does this one hold up? Let's find out. The video begins with Junior and company sitting on the couch. Junior gets straight into things by just asking if they want to play house. Joseph and Cody agree, and we get into the first scene, and we aren't even 10 seconds in. Good job, Logan, on that start. Scene 1 is the last family breakfast, where we see the family, well, eating breakfast. We've already got a funny joke, and another. And another. Wow, this is actually great so far. Junior and Josephine, roast each other, and we can see that something's up. Yeah, for those who don't know, well, just go watch the last Junior's Playtime video. Junior explains how him and Josephine are finalizing their divorce, and they seem pretty glad about it. Junior demands his toast, and Josephine makes the toast, and then she drops down the table. Junior yells at Josephine, and Josephine yells back at him. Sally tells them to shut up, and so Junior and Josephine decide to be quiet. Then Ken has an announcement. There's something behind the toaster, and it's a ring for Sally. Ken is proposing. Sally accepts, and Josephine is excited, but Junior says that Sally is not getting married. Junior and Josephine argue a bit more, and Junior uses the argument that Sally is only 16 and that she doesn't know what love is, to which Sally gives a great roast. Josephine tries to write off that comment Sally made, only to have Junior rebuttal even harder. Ouch. This is interesting so far. I like it. The next scene is the divorce. And let me just say that seeing Felipe as a divorce lawyer is hilarious. Just something about how he looks in this scene is funny as well. Felipe says that Junior, and Josephine, will have the agreement be that Junior gets the beer, and Josephine gets Sally, and everything else is split 50-50. However, Junior sees a problem when he realizes that everything being split 50-50 is a problem, with his logic being that Josephine did nothing but sit around, while Junior was the one who actually had to work to get the money. Oh boy. Josephine doesn't care and instead starts bragging about how she gets half. Yeah, we have a special term for people like Josephine. We call them...
Sorry you had to see that.
Junior and Josephine sign the agreement, and by signing I mean scribble, and we get to scene 3. I get half. Oh no. We see Junior and Josephine hitting their dinner. Okay. And Sally asks why there is a line through the middle of the table. Junior is noticeably frustrated, but Josephine is happy and bragging about how she gets half. Junior can't get his fork because there's a line through it, and Junior decides to just use his knife. And then Sally announces that her and Ken are getting married. Wow, that was quick. Junior is upset because it will be more money from him, but Sally says that Ken will pay for everything. Junior then thinks that Ken is trying to make him look bad, and Josephine says that no one can make Junior look bad because he already does that on his own. Ouch. Sally asks why they don't just move out, and Junior says that they couldn't decide who gets the house, so they split the house down the middle. Okay. Sally makes a funny comment, and then Josephine roasts Junior again when Junior tries to insult her. Junior decides he's going to look for a job, and we get into scene 4, the job interview. Junior is getting interviewed by D-Money, and after Junior explains everything, D-Money accepts him as a fry cook at the Krusty Krab. Then we move into scene 5, first day. We see Junior working when D-Money gives Junior an order. And then Josephine comes in. Oh boy. Josephine insults Junior again, and then explains how Junior needs to get Sally a puppy as a wedding gift. Junior accepts this, and then we move on to scene Wait. Why were scenes 4 and 5 so short? Whatever. Then we move on to scene 6, which is the bar. We see Jeffy as the bartender, and Junior asks for another drink. However, Jeffy says he's cutting him off because he had too many beers. Junior then tries hitting on whoever this is, and then Junior asks for his keys. Jeffy gives him his keys, and then Junior explains why Jeffy shouldn't have given him his keys, but who cares because they move on into scene 7 already. Scene 7 is the wedding, and we see Josephine excited for Sally to get married, and Sally asks where Junior is. And then we see Junior dragging a puppy along by the back of his car, and then he bumps into Officer Toad. Toad asks if Junior has been drinking, and Junior says no and asks for Toad to check on the dog. Junior tries to explain all of this and what happened, but Toad arrests Junior. Josephine and Sally realize Junior isn't going to be there, so they begin the wedding. And then we see Felipe as the person conducting the wedding, which is hilarious. Felipe gets them married in a funny fashion, saying that Sally may now kiss their doll. And then we find out that Sally is having a baby. Wait, what? Felipe comes in and says he's a doctor as well, which is incredibly convenient. Sorry. And then Sally has a child almost as big as her entire body. Yeah, seems legit. And Sally names it Phoebe. What? Whatever. Then we move into the final scene, jail surprise. Junior is in jail, and he gets visited by Josephine and Sally. And then they make the mistake of introducing Phoebe. Junior and Joseph break character and explain how Phoebe is a dumb name for a child, and then Junior shows what he thinks of Phoebe. Toad brings a gun, and then Chef Pee Pee tells them to go home because it's 1 in the morning. They all leave, and the video ends. So, in the end, I thought this video was pretty alright. Now, don't get me wrong, it wasn't amazing or anything, but it was pretty good. I found some of the roast by Josephine and Junior funny, and I thought it had a decent plot as well. I did think Josephine got a bit annoying at times, but I still thought it was pretty alright. Oh, and also, the scenes with Felipe were great. So, this video earns a 4.5 out of 5 or color green range rating. Well, thank you all for watching, and take care.
Here's a no-brainer. If you're listening to loud rap music, turn that shit off. Blasting "fuck the police" while you're getting pulled over by the police is just ignorant. When an officer approaches your car, be polite.
No, I think you've been the one that's been drinking. Oh, polka dot head.
What? Are you insulting me, sir?
Is there a problem, officer?
And stay in your car with your hands on the wheel.
What the fuck do you want, motherfucker?
Unless you want your ass kicked.